Hey guys, what's going on? Lane back for another movie review, and today I'm going to be talking about Jackass 4.5. Jackass 4.5 is an American comedy serving as a companion piece to this year's previously released Jackass Forever, and essentially serves the same purpose as other .5 movies in the past. It consists of unused footage not seen in the original film, additional footage of original scenes, and a variety of interviews, among other things. The movie starts with a pretty entertaining opening sequence where the crew have a beach party and engage in different stunts, from wakeboarding to just crashing all over the place. It's a bit more tame compared to how Forever was, but it's still a blast to watch. From there, the rest of the movie takes off, as the different cast and crew members explain some of the details that went into the stunts while showing more of the actual stunts themselves. So there's a cool behind the scenes aspect to the movie that made me appreciate the work that went into the making of it a lot more. The number of on and offset interviews is a bit excessive in my opinion, especially considering how most of the cast was talking about how many stunts ended up getting cut out of Forever. There are still plenty of stunts, but it's a bit disappointing after all the hype everyone was putting behind this movie. This being said, I did like that there was more of a formal backstory behind how each of the new cast members were introduced to the series. Jasper Dolphin, Rachel Wolfson, Poopies, and all the others get their time to shine in the spotlight, and it's nice to see how their relationship with the old cast came to be. Just as a small aside, I would have liked to see more info mentioned about Bam Margera and his absence from this year's movies, although given the legal issues surrounding him and his personal circumstances, I think it's understandable why he wasn't mentioned here. He added a lot of personality to the group, and I hope he's able to get well soon and come back when he's healthy. Apart from seeing the crew hang out, the main reason to see Jackass is obviously to see these guys pull off stunts and hurt themselves in the process, which this movie definitely delivers on. It features a mix of traditional physical stunts, gross out gags, funny lines, and lighthearted pranks, so it has something for everyone. I was surprised at the quality of some of the stunts here that were cut from Forever. Some of the ones I liked in this included the guys knocking down other guys on swings, an elephant hunt with a big rifle, and the Blindfold Race, which was my favorite of them all. It was just hilarious to see everyone tripping all over the place while the race was constantly being sabotaged. As I mentioned earlier, there's also stunts from Forever which appear again in this movie, which shows extended cuts, alternate camera angles, and interviews explaining their setup, as well as the hilarious reactions others have toward them. Some of these moments almost border on being filler at times, but there's enough novelty with how they're presented in 4.5 that I don't mind seeing them again. However, there's some stunts in this one that are a lot more disgusting than they were in Forever, which I didn't really care for. This actually shocked me because Forever had more dicks and balls in it than I remembered seeing in any other Jackass content before, and they even made a joke about that in one of this movie's interviews. Anyway, there were some stunts that didn't make me laugh so much as cringe with how revolting they were, like people eating sashimi off Zach Holmes' sweaty body, or Steve-O dumping condoms full of sewage on his head. I understand that gross out humor has its place in Jackass, but I get nauseous easily when seeing this kind of stuff, so I wasn't a big fan of how much of it there was here. One thing I did like seeing more of in this movie though, was the amount of pranks the cast members pulled on each other. This was something I thought was somewhat lacking in Forever, but they made up for it in this one. An example I can recall is the porta potty that the boys use the bathroom in. Both Eric Andre and Danger Aaron use it for normal reasons without suspecting anything, only for it to explode into pieces. This results in the boys stopping in the middle of filming to rush over to the scene and laugh at whoever fell for it. Even during the interviews, no one is safe. Everyone has this sense of nervousness or being on edge, like they just know something is going to happen to them, and it's not a matter of if, but when. Despite this, the prank still conveyed how close everyone on the team is, and it reminded me of the older Jackass movies with how straightforward their humor was. It was nice to see some more extra stuff featuring guest cast members as well. Eric Andre gets more screen time and even appears in a few stunts, but in this regard, I think Jasper's dad, Dark Shark, easily steals the show. He wants nothing to do with anything that happens in this movie, and the cast and crew take full advantage of this fact. I won't spoil what he has to go through in this movie, but he plays a big role in 4.5's finale that had me laughing on my couch for like 5 minutes after it was finished. I almost wish it was included in Forever, but as a finale for this one, it's fantastic and it's right up there with the Blindfold Race as my favorite stunts. Something else that was great about 4.5 is that it features more footage of famous characters from the series who were used to prank the general public. Irving Zisman gets a bit more screen time this time around, and Chris Pontius returns as Party Boy for the first time in what feels like ages. When I saw him come out and start playing his music, I went nuts. The great thing about the Jackass series and movies is that whether intentionally or not, the stunts don't always go according to plan. Outtakes are always a welcome one break from the craziness of the stunts, and there's plenty of them here to have a good laugh with. My favorite one probably being Wee Man intentionally messing up his lines during a stunt to make his friends laugh. Seeing everyone laugh and having a great time in spite of all the pain they go through in these movies is always a welcome sight. Even after all this time, they still have a lot of passion and fun for what they do, and that fun transcends to the audience. Overall, Jackass 4.5 is a solid collection of hilarious stunts and irreverence, and an excellent companion piece for one of the funniest Jackass movies yet. If you're a fan of Jackass, you'll have a pretty good idea of what to expect with this one, so you'll likely enjoy it if you happen to enjoy Jackass Forever. And if you happen to be new to the series, or just enjoy stunts in general, you should have fun with it too, although I recommend seeing Forever first for context. I'm not a fan of the direction it continues to take with the excessive gross-out humor, and the interviews can go on for a while, but at the end of the day, its spirit as a Jackass movie remains intact. If this ends up being the last movie the original cast members take part in, then all I can say is it's been one hell of a gnarly ride. What did you think about this movie? Did you find it just as entertaining as Forever, or did you find the interview slowed down its pacing? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways guys, that's going to wrap up my review of Jackass 4.5. Thanks for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it, and as always stay tuned for the next part, where next time I review the Turkish drama, Godspeed. Bye bye!